And it opened. It was a huge success. And in those days, you knew it was going to be a success when all the 10 a.m. shows were sold out. And they were across the entire nation. And George came back more relieved than I had ever seen him. And started planning his next opus. And he sprung this concept that he had had on me called Raiders of the Lost Ark, about this intrepid sort of gravedigger archaeologist going after somewhat like paranormal antiquities from all over the world. And he didn't outline the story because we didn't really have the story, but he had the genre, he had the idea, and he had the homage it would pay to all of the Republic serials. So right away I was intrigued, and I really was excited, and we made a deal right there on the beach to do this movie.
That's great. You know, you described, just at Comic-Con when I saw you last, you described George, you said, my friend, no, I should say my best friend. You made a point to call him that. As a fan of film, that's a fascinating sentence to think about the friendship between you two. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, do you text each other? Or do you sit around and...
George doesn't do text or email ever. I've never received a text or an email from George, and he's never received one from me. He's a phoner, you know, it's all the telephone, or it's in person. So it's either eyes on or it's a telephone call, but it's never texting.
What's sort of the texture of your conversations? I mean, do you guys talk a lot about film, or do you find yourself talking about other things?
No, you know, I get a phone call, and this is right here.
Hey, Steve. What are you doing?
So I'm sort of sitting around working, George. You know, I'm making 10 pictures a year as a producer. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Working on a Blu-ray.
Yeah. I mean, not only is there something going, but it's funny. We talk for, the thing with George, when George and I get on the telephone, I have to clear my morning or my afternoon because we talk for a long, long time. The only person I've ever talked to at the length I talked to George, believe it or not, is Stanley Kubrick when we were friends in the 80s. But George, you know, and we talk about everything. We talk about movies, and we talk about his projects and my projects. We talk about our families and our friendship, and it's been an enduring friendship. I met George when he premiered THX at the Royce Hall UCLA-USC Film Festival in 1967, I think it was. So we've known each other for a long time.
Do you ever talk about another Indiana Jones movie?
Yeah!
The only person in the audience.
That was Shire. Sorry.
I don't know. I think that was the only bridge we didn't burn because of Indy 4.
Oh.
We talk about it, yes. Yes, and we're hopeful.